Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Bianca. Today I'm going to be transforming some pumpkins. And I did recently show you in my fall unboxing from all of my fall decor from last year and maybe years before that. I have some pumpkins that I don't know what to do with as far as because they don't go with my decor that I am doing this year. What I'm going to do is paint some of them and add fabric to one of them and basically just transform them into what I like right now, so that way I can use it and I don't have to throw it away. So let's go ahead and get started. This is the first one we're gonna do because I really like the shape. I want to redo this and then we'll see what else we decide to do with the rest of them. Okay, so for this really funky looking green one, which is pretty, I'm not gonna lie, but I just feel like I can make it look a little bit better than what it is. So I don't know what I was thinking with the stem. It's literally, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it's like a light lavender color. I don't know. So I'm gonna remove it. All right, so I'm gonna put this to the side and then I will sand all of that off later. And then we have this left. So now I want to cover it in some scrap fabric. I have some of this Farmhouse fabric. So the first thing I'm gonna do is start cutting some strips. So I'm going to just cut strips like that, measure about how long I want it, and I'm gonna glue it like this. All right, so this is like the perfect size, about 1 inch to 2 inches depending on what you like. Okay, so I'm gonna cut it right here and then I'll cut all the rest of the strips about that length. All right, so I have some scraps right here already cut. What I'm gonna do is go ahead and start hot gluing the scraps on. I already had started to put glue in the middle. I don't want to cover that up because that's where the stem is gonna go. So I'm gonna add some glue right here on the side. Let it dry a few seconds. Okay, so remember the stem, you guys. I did try to sand off as much as I could of the glitter. And there is a few on there still, but I just couldn't take it off. So we're gonna leave it like that. And I'm gonna go ahead and paint the whole thing with this antique parchment. Okay, you guys, so once we're done with all of the pumpkins and the little makeovers, I'm going to show them to you again at the end of this video. So now onto this blue pumpkin. This is a paper mache pumpkin from Target that I got maybe a year or two ago, and I painted it this color. And I'm going to go ahead and use this linen white chalk paint that I use all the time to paint it and start to paint this whole thing. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need a couple of good coats on here. Alright, so this pumpkin is a little too white for me. So what I'm going to do is just grab some of this antique parchment and kind of dry brush some of that along on the pumpkin. Okay, so I'm going a little bit heavier than what I thought I was going to do, so that's why I'm just showing y'all real quickly. I am dry brushing, but I am putting a lot more on than what I started to, because I like the way it looks with this color on it. Okay, so this is pretty much dry. Now the last thing I'm going to do is just add some of these flowers to it. This is a Dollar Tree stem, and then this really pretty stem. I love the color of these. They're called burgundy berries for only 97 cents from Walmart. So I'm gonna add some of these to the top of it, and I think that's pretty much gonna be it for that one. So after playing around with it, I'm just gonna leave the berries on like that. It looks better to me without the white flowers because the pumpkin's already white. So this makes it stand out a little more. Okay, so for these two, I'm gonna go ahead and leave this one gray, but I need to paint the stem. This one, I don't want it that color. Okay, so I'm just mixing some white paint and this English ivy green from Apple Barrel. While the green pumpkin is drying, I'm gonna go ahead and paint the stems. I'm just gonna paint them jet black. So as you can see, I didn't stick them down all the way because I wanted them to dry really good. Sorry, my hands are covered in paint, but I'm gonna go ahead and dry brush some of the linen white chalk paint. Okay, so on to the last pumpkin. I tried my best to scrub this off. Usually hot glue comes off easily, but for some reason, I think since it's been a long time since I've added this, it doesn't want to come off. So I'm gonna just turn it around and use this side. And then I'm going to use this Harvest Orange and lighten it up a little bit with some white. Okay, so this is how light I went with the orange. Now I'm gonna cover this whole thing with it. Obviously, since it's dark, I'll probably have to do 2 coats. All right, the last thing I'm gonna do to it is just add some twine to the top. Only because I really love the way this orange color came out. So it'll look really nice with my other fall decor when I put like all the other pumpkins around it. So I want to keep this one simple. Alright you guys, so that is it for today's video. If you have other pumpkins that you painted, or maybe you don't like the color anymore, maybe it's not part of your fall look this year, you can totally do whatever you want to them. Add fabric like I did, paint them, add twine. Even if you're not going for that, you can still paint it any color you want. You don't have to throw it out. So I just put all of the pumpkins up here, added a couple of other ones that I've had from last year, and created this little setup so I can take a few pictures and make my thumbnail. Remember guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. I always forget to say to click that notification bell. It will notify you every time I post a video. So don't forget to do that, and I'll see you guys next time.